on the beat. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the glass. I'm working on the beat. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the glass. I'm working on the beat. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the glass.
Welcome to the Under Construction Podcast. Join us as we discuss various topics meant to challenge your current ways of thinking. Tonight, we got another dope conversation for us, but as always, let's introduce the crew. First, we're going to start with AJ, KJ,
Yo,
Cordell,
what's up?
and I'm T-Dub.
Sure.
Tonight, as we're walking through the holiday season, we're gonna delve into gratitude.
Hey,
Conversation about gratitude. Gratitude is something that I believe is important for all of us to delve into, to be appreciative of, whether it's spiritual, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, something that we can give thanks for on a daily basis. Gratitude. What are your thoughts, fellas?
gratitude is a selfless thing. It's understanding that people don't have to do the things that they do. Like realistically, I think for me, myself, I look for myself in a lot of people, or at least I have in the past, of what I've done and stuff like that. But I think gratitude is acknowledging that not everybody's you, but some people still give their best effort, and that should mean something to you.
Okay.
Gratitude is something very important to me. One thing I had that chat helped out with a short summary was gratitude helps us see more clearly, think more positively, respond more calmly, live more intentionally, and enjoy more fully.
That's good.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
for me, it's when I think about gratitude, I think about perspective, but I also think about we always hear this analogy of looking at a glass half empty or half full.
I got you. Optimism versus pessimism.
Yeah, so it's like, how do you see things? And I think we can find good and bad in every situation.
Absolutely.
And I think what gratitude does, it shows us the good in situations. And yeah, things might not have went the way you wanted it to, but be thankful for the good that came out of it. You know what I mean? And it's tough. It's not keep guarding your gratitude, as we just heard Pastor Chris preach this message about guarding your gratitude. That was literally the topic. And it's you got to be intentional about it too, because other people's influence will try to stop. Why is this dude always happy? You know what I mean? Like people just don't want to be around happy people sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's tough. You have to protect your gratitude.
Yeah. So as we're talking about gratitude, it just made me want to ask y'all, what is one thing that real quickly we can talk about that we're grateful for? We just go around. Ooh. AJ, something you're grateful
This
for.
is the third time I had to do this.
Hey,
all right.
You should have an answer then.
Right. I should. That's the problem. All right. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful to have all the things that I take for granted a lot of the times. Because the truth of the matter is, like, it could be worse. It always could be worse. I could be, based off of things I've done in the past, based off of decisions I've made, I don't have to be in this space here today. But I have 2 healthy children. I have a loving wife. I'm working on a house. Like there's things to be grateful for.
Yes, sir.
And though it may not be the easiest things to get through and to get accomplished, but things are still getting done. So I'm very grateful.
Hey man, that's dope. KJ,
I'll just give a quick one. I think that I'm grateful for my improving relationship with my stubbornness.
Okay. I ain't even gonna ask you to go deeper with that, man. But if you're
It
grateful for that and you understand that, that's fire.
Like as you grow, you should start to see things more than your own way. And I mean, like, I think I don't mind explaining enough. As an overthinker, I believe like you think that you thought of everything
Right.
by the time you say something. So you're thinking there's no other options.
Yeah.
You think you've already combed through them all. So it's good to hear other perspectives and be more willing and open to not be so stuck on one's own way.
Yeah, fire. See?
I'm grateful for so many things. As the old saints would say in the Kojic church, I'm thankful for being clothed and in my right mind.
Life, health, and strength.
Life, health, and strength.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, we some Kojic kids over here.
Thankful for that. I'm thankful for my wife, my family, my church. I'm thankful for my friends. Like even to be able to do just this.
Right.
I don't take small things like this for granted. So I'm grateful for every little thing that God has blessed me with. And I'm grateful for the hardships that I went through.
That's good.
Talk to him.
I'm grateful for those things because if it wasn't for the hardships that I went through growing up, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm happy where I stand right now.
Right.
Yeah, that's fire. For me, man, I'm grateful for y'all, man. I'm grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful for the brotherhood and the fellowship that we have with one another, building and getting to know and grow with each one of you. I think that we all bring something unique and special to this production. I like that we challenge one another. I appreciate that this space isn't an echo chamber. You know what I'm saying? And I love that about you guys. All right.
Oh, we love you too.
Love you
Yeah,
too,
man,
bro.
appreciate y'all. But let's jump back into a set of questions, right? Okay, so I have, do you think gratitude changes our mindset, or does a changed mindset lead to gratitude?
I think it's a little bit of both, if you ask me. Because, you know, to not use swears, things happen.
Right.
And things will continue to happen.
Right.
But it's like your response to occurrences is what shifts. So, you know, like you start to look at things that could be an inconvenience as like maybe there's a reason why you had to wait.
Right.
As opposed to being impatient. You know, you start to your mindset starts to shift. And the good thing about that is you'll start to find reasons to be grateful in everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Like even the most negative situations, you're not looking for the low hanging fruit of what's already pissing you off, but you're digging into it to find what's constructive in the circumstance, because there's always going to be some circumstance,
Absolutely.
and they're not always going to go your way.
So for me, I think I lean more towards the a changed mindset. Only being because gratefulness comes from like a place of selflessness. And I think I found myself being a more selfish person throughout life. But the more I look at things, the older I get, the more I see, the more I realize like how much things kind of swayed my way, like in my favor, or people did stuff to kind of help me, and I've tried to do my best to do the same for other people, understanding that like, all right, they're gonna get it, they're gonna understand by and by, as the Bible says.
Yeah.
But initially, I wasn't as grateful for things. Like I was grateful that you did something.
Yep.
But if I didn't want it, I don't want it.
I agree. I think I lean more towards what you're saying too. Just from my perspective, I think once God changed my mind,
Right.
I was able to see things that I'm actually grateful for.
Right.
And not that I wasn't grateful, because I think it don't even take for God to change anybody or people to be saved to be grateful.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do think it's a part of our spiritual DNA. Gratefulness is so I think it's unlocked once you have that mind change, that repentance, as we were talking about before. And now you start to see things from a different perspective. But I do think, yes, that's why I would lean towards. I would think it's more of the mind changing first would lead. For me, it was leaning more towards gratitude.
Yeah, I agree with both parts of the statement. I think that for me, I think it starts with the mindset shift towards gratitude. When you start to open yourself up and you're aware and you become appreciative and grateful for the things in your life, it opens up your thoughts and your mind to be more grateful, right? When you're like, because, I try to practice this at work. I talk to my guys at work often. I'm like, yo, what are you grateful for? And I have those who are like, oh man, life, health, and strength, my family, oh, my car broke down, but I had the money in my account to get it fixed.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for those little things, right? And then there's the people like, yo, get back to me, bro. I don't really have nothing to be grateful for. And I'm like, come on, man, you gotta have something. Like, you woke up today, you got a job today. Somebody would die to be in your position, right? Like, there's somebody who's struggling for work, and you just take for granted the fact that you gotta show up. And it's like, nah, you don't really gotta show up. You get to show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a choice. This is an at-will hire. If you just stop showing up, guess what?
Yep.
They will sever your checks and cancel your insurance. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like, as your mindset shifts and you become more aware about being grateful and you start to practice a gratitude practice more and more, it makes you more aware of all the types of things that you can be grateful for or you should be grateful for. So I agree with both of those.
I think you just said something very key that people probably don't understand. You said practicing gratitude.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody would say, how do I practice that? If you're grateful for something, how are you stewarding it? You're grateful you got a car? Are you getting your oil change every 3,000 miles?
Right.
Are you grateful for your wife? What are you doing to invest in that? Are you grateful for your life, health, and strength? Are you going to try to keep that?
Correct.
You know what I mean? So I think stewarding the things that we're great. Once we realize we're grateful for something, we have to be accountable and steward those things so that we can continue to be grateful for those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think one thing that I'll add that leads to gratefulness is a storm. Going through something a lot of times leads to that being grateful.
Yep.
If we're going to go to a spiritual sense, the prodigal son, he didn't recognize or appreciate the things he had until he lost everything.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of times what you'll find is like when people lose their health, they're appreciative of their health. When they lose a loved one, they're more appreciative of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these things happen and they're tragedies, but I think they happen to show us like that things are fleeting, that things, the Bible says our life is nothing but a spot or a wrinkle in time. Like, it's a wrinkle. That's wild. like it's
vapor.
not right, a vapor. Like, and it's like there's other like ways to explain it, but like there are things that I think we don't necessarily always realize what all was put in to get us to this place. Like, all right, we're all black. Like, there's history. There's slavery that happened. There's the NAACP that fought for our rights. There's a bunch of things that kind of went into it. And if you don't really know, or if you've never really seen racism or anything like that, you wouldn't understand what these things mean to our people. But when you've experienced those things and you've encountered them, you're a little bit more appreciative when you don't experience them.
You know what made me think about, you mentioned a prodigal son because there's two sides to that story.
Yes.
So you had one kid that lost everything, got back, restored, he was grateful.
Right.
But then there was one that never left the house,
Pissed.
right?
Livid.
He was ungrateful that his brother returned home and he had everything.
Right.
So it's two, you know what I mean? The brother lost one had everything, but didn't even, he was mad. Pops, why you giving him everything? Pops was like, yo, you been here the whole time. You had access to all of this.
Well, I think he was more. I think he was more so jealous, and then not necessarily ungrateful that his brother was alive, but ungrateful that his dad was willing to do all these things for him.
Yeah.
Even though he had he's like, yo, you took for granted what you had.
Yeah.
'Cause I look at it from the older brother, looking at it from he had responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? He saw and he understood what he was managing the entire time. His dad probably taught both of them the same things, and he learned the lesson, and his younger brother didn't learn the lesson.
Yep.
So I think of it like he learned it, and he was like, yo, he said, "Give me all I own." You gave him this stuff.
Yep.
Now why are we doing this stuff? Like this is, I think of it more of like a Mary and Martha situation. Like if you go to Mary and Martha, when Martha was cleaning the house,
Yeah.
and then Mary was listening to Jesus at his feet, and she got mad at Jesus. She's like, "Yo, you ain't gonna tell Mary to help me clean the house? Like we cleaning up right now." And she's like, "No, Mary's doing what she needs to do. You actually should come and learn from me as well." Like seeing that there's more than the old school is saying more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
So I think that's really what it was. I think it was more so of him feeling like he should have punished his son for the mistake he made instead of having the grace and the gratefulness that his father had, because his father was just grateful that his son was alive. And that's what the father ends up saying when he goes to talk to the older son. He said, your brother was dead. I'm rejoicing that he's still alive.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the grateful part. But yeah,
I'm working on the building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood. I'm working on the building. It's a true foundation. I'm holding up the blood. I'm working on the building.